This is a Wuling Xingguang L. So Wuling is known for making very useful cars for customers, especially business people to shuttle things around. And in China, one of them was literally called bread car because it looked like a loaf of bread, but they're gradually transitioning into making standard cars for customers, for passengers. So this is your newly released L Xingguang L, and I'm going to do a walk around for you. This is not a technical review, so I'll start from the front here. The top on the windshield, you can see it has some cameras and some sensors for the rain sensing wipers and for safety, that kind of thing. And then we come down to the bonnet area. You can see it has almost completely flat bonnet area. You got their signature logo here. So anyone who's ever been to China, you might have seen this logo on most of those shuttle vans, little vans that drive around. And if we go down here, this is a daytime running light, running all the way from the left to the right. And if we go down here, there is a camera here, and then you go to the number plate placement area, and underneath it is, this is not a lidar sensor or anything, it's just a design pattern. And you can see some ventilation which opens when it's necessary for cooling the engine. So this comes with a 1.5 liter engine in there, mated with an electric motor. And you can see that there is a nice aluminum trim on this middle part. And the whole front gives me the vibe of a Nissan NX8. Move on to the lighting department. So these are turn signal lights, and in there you can see one beam which doubles as a high and low beam. And then on the left side you have a fog light. You got a proximity sensor right here, and if you look here, it has almost boxy design. Go on to the left side and you can see in there you got your standard suspension going on. And this being the top trim, it comes with Michelin tires in size 235, 55, rim 20 in the front, all sitting on these lovely alloy wheels. Going to be very easy to clean. In there you see a very thick brake caliper and a very thick brake disc as well, which is going to be good for braking. And you got the lining in the wheel well is some nice thick carpet material, so it's going to help with sound deadening. And we go on to the mirror. You can see turn signal LED here, a camera underneath, and the assembly itself looks like a conventional rear view mirror. And then you have blind spot monitor indicator there. And around the windows you can see some chrome trim all around, and you have conventional style door handles, so that's nice. And if I just step back, that same aluminum we saw in the front is continued here on the doors as well, giving it some nice uniform design look. And if I just step back, we can see the full length of this car. It's 4.98 meters long, not quite up to what many six-seaters are doing these days, but it's almost there. And if we look at the rear tire, 235, 55, rim 20. So these are not staggered tires. You can rotate them front to back and vice versa. And the tire, the rim size, the same. And also carpet material going on there. And you can see the suspension mounts right there. And if we look here, you press this to expose the charging. So you have fast and slow charging. It comes with 3C charging. It can charge from 30% to 80% in like 15 minutes for the fast charging, and the slow charging your usual 6 to 8 hours. And I like that it's manual, you just push it to shut it. So they are very good at making useful cars at very affordable prices. So you're not going to find luxury here, you're just going to find useful features here. And then that same chrome broadens here on the rear and then narrows again as you go forward. And the third row seat also has this very wide window here in the back, which is going to be good for rear lighting. And if we go here, we can see the tail light assembly here. You get some very nice design pattern going on in there all the way to the other side. What looks layered like a camera, but it's not a camera. And then you have a brake light bar nicely integrated in this downforce spoiler here. And then hidden underneath there, maybe you can see, is a wiper. And then you come to the rear glass window. It's not blacked out from factory, so if you want it, blacked out, you have to do it aftermarket. You get your badge in here, you get a camera here, you get a number plate placement area, and as you go down, that same aluminum trim we saw earlier is here as well. And as you go further down, you have your proximity sensors on this black piano black material. You got a reflector here on the right and on the left, and down here you have another light here for reverse light, which is very broad, so it's going to be very visible, and you can see it's got very good clearance as well. Besides the fuel refill cap here, the right side is going to be basically the same as the left side. So now let's move on to the interior, starting from the boot. So to open the boot, I just press a conventional button, so nothing really special there. It opens quite slowly, and once it opens, this is the amount of boot space you have left. It's not that much, but when you lift the false floor, you have a lot more storage area. I would say it looks like it's about half the space you have from the top of the false floor to the roof of the car, which is usable space. You got very nice soft carpet material up here, and then to push the seats down, you got these levers here you can just use to adjust it or to collapse the seats. So it's nothing, no fancy automatic electronics going on here, just conventional stuff. And then on the left side, you have boot lighting, one on the left, one on the right, and then you have a 12-volt socket here, some hooks to hang things, and some tether points on the third row seat. So that's about it for the boot. Being a budget car, I think it's enough for most people. And then the boot cover itself, the inside of the boot lid itself is plastic. You just have one button here to press to shut it, and you can also do it manually in case electronics fail. But for a car in this price range, it's nice that they have a button to shut the boot, and when you press it, it takes quite a while, but it's going to shut for you eventually. Now let's take a look at the second row seat. So when I open the door, it opens to about, I would say, 65 degrees, and when that is open, you have a broad door with plain windows, not blacked out from factory. And then you have some nice Napa leather material, a wood trim here, real very nice tactile door open lever here. You got a speaker grill here, you got a button for raising and lowering your window, got an area to hold to shut the door, and it also doubles as your hand rest. Get some door pockets, not lined with felt, but the material here feels good. And down there you have another speaker as well, and you can see the opening is quite easy to get in this car. You don't have any gravity seat function or any of those fancy things, but you just have those conventional recline and then forward back. It responds quite quickly, I would say. The seat itself looks really nice perforation. The second row seats come with heating, but no ventilation. The front seats, both front seats come with heating and ventilation. No massage on any trim on these cars. You got isofix anchor points here, and I like the design of these seats. They are quite nice, and it's basically the same everywhere. And you have some armrests here, which are hand operated, so nothing electronic going on here. So that's something to take note of, being a budget car. And you can see there's enough space, I would say, for the middle row passengers. So if I just sit in the middle row seat, there is a table behind the front passenger seat, just like many other cars. So even at this price range, it's nice that they give you a table here, and in addition to that, you have a storage area here, storage pocket for files and things like that. And behind the driver's seat, you do not have a table, but you have this MagSafe bracket here for phones that have that feature. And then you also have pockets here on the back, so you have 1, 2, and a bigger one, 3 here. So it's nice that they are providing pockets on the rear of the seats, because most cars aren't doing that nowadays. And being the top trim, you have a dedicated screen here for the rear passengers to control their climate control, direction, wind speed, heating, and that's about it. There is no fridge here in the rear. Just another storage pocket down there. You got 2 charging ports, a type C and a type A. And it's nice that on the front passenger seat, you got buttons to push forward and back. and to recline the seat. So in this trim of car, at this price range, it's nice that they have these features. Now if we look up here, we have air vents in the roof, which are very simple to operate, nothing electronic, just the regular that everybody's used to. You get touch sensitive interior lighting, you get conventional style door handles, you got a speaker grill up here, and then you also got a roof in the front. It breaks off here in the middle. Many of the luxury cars would put a floating screen in here, but this one just breaks off in the middle. I believe they've done that for rigidity purposes. And then you have another panoramic glass all the way to the back. It has a sunroof which you can close electronically for the rear. And sitting here at 183 centimeters height, you can see I have more than enough headroom, and I can adjust my seat further as well. So in terms of space, I think this is good for this price of car. Now let's take a look at the third row seat. So I would say it's very generous, and it's a two-seater in the rear. For this kind of car, you can see how big the seats are. Nice design, perforations and stitching as well. So sitting in the third row seat, even though the middle row seat has been moved back, I still have, I would say, adequate leg room. And then I have the same seat pocket configuration we saw earlier. And then in the rear, no fancy stuff going on, just plastics, a big window. You got interior lighting, air vents here. And then you have a storage area here for bottles and other stuff. And then you also have type A charging port here. It's nice that they have a type A charging port, and then you have an area here which is slightly softened to serve as an armrest. You got a speaker grill up here, mostly plastic on the rear, but that is expected for a car in this price range. And the opposite seat has the same functions as the seat I'm sat on. So legroom is going to be a little tight, but as you can see, if the front passenger move their seat a little bit forward, I would be comfortable here as well. And then if we look at headroom, it's good as well. I won't say it's tight, it's even better than some cars in a higher price range. You can see airbags all around, so curtain airbags all around. So when you're sat in the third row seat, this is what you see. Let's move on to the front. Now let's take a look at the front passenger seat. So when you open the door, the configuration is basically the same as what we saw on the rear, and the same, you have your seat forward, back, recline buttons here, conventional stuff. And again, the seat design is really nice in this very nice color, and it comes with white stitching and some white accents here as well. And the headrest feels very thick and solid, but it feels soft as well. And if we look at the interior proper, you can see there's a lot of leg room here. So if I just step in, we have some nice glove box here. It's not lined with felt, but at least there's a physical button to open it. That's nice. You got the dash in layer, so you got this layer here, which is some Napa leather. You got an aluminum trim here. You got wood here. You got some air vents here sitting on this piano black material. And then you have a soft dash up here, airbag right here, very nice stitching. And when you're sat here, you can see really nice out. And if we look up here, we have a sun visor with a vanity mirror here, lighting on both sides. Very simple operation. So sat here, you have a very good view out. And underneath the center console, there's a storage area. Although it doesn't have those luxury touches of Alcantara and felt, it has most of the space provided just as on bigger luxury cars. And here you have another 12-volt socket, and you have two charging ports, a type A and a type C. So let's move on now to the driver's seat. So to get in the driver's seat, we just open the door, and the configuration is the same as all the others. And you just have, obviously the driver has controls for the rear view mirrors and four buttons here to control all the windows, window lock, car lock. And then you have a button here to open and close the boot, and you have your door pockets here. So, and then we come down here, you got the same buttons, recline, forward, back, and the seat design is the same. Now if we look in there, you can see the two-tone material is very lovely. And if I just sit in the driver's seat here, we have lighting here which are touch sensitive. So this sunshade here is operated manually, but the rear one is operated with this lever here. You got a hazard button here, and you also got your master light button over there. Same sun visor as the passenger side, so not going to talk about that. Now if we look here, we can see a speaker grill here covered by this nice fabric material. And then you got all the keys for the cars in the showroom sitting on the dash here. But when I'm sat here with a camera at my eye level, we can see how visible it is outside. No HUD or anything like that, even on the top trim. And then we go here, so we have two cup holders here for the rear passengers. And then you have this center storage area, so it opens in a split way, and in there is a very deep, almost at my elbow level. It's not lined with felt or anything like that, it's just plastic, but the plastic feels good. And if you're not satisfied with it, you can just line it with some nice felt material, and you can push to close it. It also doubles as your handrest, which is of a very nice height. And if we look here, you can press to expose two cup holders for the front passengers. You have a wireless charging pad, 50 watts maximum, and then you have another area just for phone storage. And right in front of it is air vents. I like it when they put the air vents here, because you can direct the wind to cool the phone even more, or you can direct it to the passenger, so that's nice. And then we come here, you got an air vent here, you got a screen right behind the steering wheel. So even without the HUD, you have the screen nicely lit and very legible right behind the steering wheel. So it's very easy for the driver to see all the readings, to get all the information that they need at a glance. And the opening here is quite wide, so, and it's rounded, so it's easy to see out. And the steering wheel itself is coming with this very nice two-tone design. It's round and only flattened on the bottom, obviously for extra space. The design itself looks really good. The materials feel good as well. Everything feels solid and well put together. You got real physical buttons here to press to activate your 360 camera, so even in the showroom it feels nice for this price of car. And then you have your voice activation, forward, back, horn in the middle. So overall, a very nice steering wheel design. And here you have your turn signal lever here, which is very nicely designed and very tactile as well. It also doubles as your lighting controls and your wiper controls. And on the right hand side here, you got your gear lever. You press P to park. So if I just turn on the turn signal, you can see it populates the feed on your blind spot, so you can see what is happening, oncoming or traffic behind you. And if I do it on the left, some cars will put the screen on the left here, which makes it easy for the driver to see. In this case, if your hand is here driving, you might have to move your head over to see the screen. So let me just demonstrate that. So if you're driving here, your hand is blocking it, so you have to take your hand off to see what's going on. But yeah, you have it there, which is nice. So it's going to help with safety for sure. And then if we go down here, we have a button here to press to open the fuel cap for refilling. And that same storage area I showed you earlier, the driver can also access it from here. Now let's take a look at the screen. So this is a nice screen, I would say very nice size. It's not blocking your field of view. And let's look at what the screen has. So you can go home, you have quick buttons here to control your music, you got your fan speed, you can control it by hand. It's not the most satisfying feeling, but what can you say about this kind of car? You got your wind direction, you got climate control, so you can control the AC. So the mostly used functions are always populated on the bottom here. And to populate all your apps, you just press that and you can move up and down. So you can see the screen, the refresh rate is not as smooth as some other expensive cars, but you have functions as well which will work, so that's fine. And you can just press that to go home. And up here you have your connectivity functions there. So the screen is not the most crisp I've seen, but again, for this budget, you wouldn't expect something more advanced than this. And then you also have a rear view mirror, I would say, of a very nice size as well. It's very generous, so you're going to be able to see quite out. And with my long legs, I have more than enough leg room. And if I look up here, I have good headroom as well. So in terms of space, there is not much to complain about. So these are the original models that they used to make the minivans for business people to shuttle things around. And this company, I always say, is smart because they started with cars that are very useful to society and business people, and they've been doing this for so long, and now they are gradually getting into the passenger car market, just like the car I'm showing you right now. So most of the Chinese car companies, this is how they start, and then they graduate into making all those amazing luxury cars that we have seen. So take note of this brand, guys, and note it somewhere. Don't be surprised in the future, I'll be bringing you cars, luxury cars made by Wuling. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so when I upload new videos, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Till I see you in the next video, guys. Ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.